Well, hello all and welcome. I've got a fair bit of potting on to show you in this video, to be honest. I've got one or two other things as well. One of the big things that needs to be done is the onions. These are the Elsa Craig, and as you can see, they're doing really well. They definitely need potting on. Then I've got the Mammoth Improved, and again you can see those doing well. A little bit of a disaster with regards to the red spark. Now I don't know why this has happened, because these are the red spark, and they came up quite reasonable, pretty decent amount. But they've all just started to die off, and I've done nothing with them. I've not tried to feed them or water them from the top or anything, because there's no need, because my grow light system over here, that is some capillary matting on a like a little tabletop platform, the end of which goes into a tank of water, and they get watered just from the bottom. So why these have sort of died off like that, I haven't got a clue. But I'm not going to let it put me off. I have got some more seed, so I'm going to sow some more of them. And as you've seen with regards the Elsa Craig, the Kelsey and so on, they're all like this, so they definitely need potting on. So I'm going to do these into some modular trays. I'm going to do the shallots as well. They'll no doubt go into some modular trays. So without further ado, we'll get and crack on and pot some of these on. Well, it's time to get and do these shallots. I'm going to get and put these out. As I said when I was showing you when I first unpacked them, some of them are starting to sprout, so we'll get them in. I've got two varieties. I've got Yellow Moon and I've got Bistro. I'm going to use these 24 cell trays. There isn't quite, although it looks it, but there isn't. Don't think there's quite 24 in each of them, so I'll get and fill them up. I'm using clover compost. That's I must admit, I do like this. It's really nice. It's not very often you get any big pieces in it. I managed to get hold of 4 60-litre bags for £16 from a farm supply shop in a little village near where I live. So I thought that's excellent, £16 for 4 bags. So I'm going to get and fill some of these modular trays, and I'll bring you back when I start putting the shallots in. Right, it's time for me to get and do my shallots. I've got two varieties. I've got Yellow Moon and I've got Bistro. Never done either of these before. Normally I'd do Golden Gourmet, and that's all that I normally bother doing. I am doing some from seed, doing some Zebrune from seed. They're in the house at the moment. They're doing quite nicely. So what I've got here, as I say, is 24 cell tray, modular tray, in a hard plastic tray, makes it easier for carrying. Clover compost, and also I'm going to put the label in first, and then just as I put them in, just check and just push them about halfway down. The compost in here has not been firmed down too much, there's a bit of loose, outer loose skin on that we could do with removing, and get that, take that off. And it's just to give them a bit of a helping hand, like I say, and take any of the loose off. Some people, I believe, cut that off, but I've never really bothered. I've done with onion sets, and like I say, with other shallots that I've grown in the past, I've never really bothered. I just like to take any loose skins off where I can. So I'm not gonna bore you and go through showing you me doing all these, but I'll get these done and I'll bring you back when I'm finished. Well, there we have it. Shallots done. Yellow moon, I'd got just one left over, but it was a little rotten, started to go a bit mouldy on the root, so that's gone. The bistro, I've got the 24 there, and then I got exactly nine left over, so I just quickly filled that tray and put them in there. So these will now go into the house. They'll go next to my grow lights. They won't go under them, but they'll go next to them. They'll obviously be in a lot warmer temperature, with heating being on and so on in the house. The compost, by the way, has been watered before I put these in, so that's fine now. And my next job that I've got to do is I've got a bit of seed sowing to do. Right, bit of seed sowing. As I said in previous video about my red spark, how they'd come up, they were about an inch and a half tall, and then they just suddenly started to literally wither away. Now they're under my grow lights, or they were, shall we say. They were under my grow lights in standard little seed tray like that. They were on capillary matting. My grow lights have got the sort of like, it's like a water tray underneath that is full of water, and they're watered from the bottom straight through normal and just watered on the bottom, and it was as if they'd got too wet. Now I don't know why, I have not got a clue, so I'm going to try something a bit different this time round. I'm going to obviously sow some more, but what I'm going to do this time round is, once I water them, give them a good watering, when I put them under the grow lights, I'm going to put a little bit of polythene down, or put them inside another seed tray, something like that, so that basically they don't touch the capillary matting, and we'll see if that makes a difference. I don't know whether it will, and well, it's just a complete mystery to me. Some of you guys out there that have been growing veg and so on a lot longer than me can probably tell me why that would happen, but I will admit it was very strange. And as you've probably noticed, I've not given up. Although I've got to be, this year the onions have been absolutely fantastic germination from seed for me. I'm really pleased, and I'm, like I say, I'm not giving up. I'm going to put all them in there. There's not millions of seeds anyway, but there we go. I'll put them in there. That's the red spark. I've got the label, which will bob in. Now the other thing I'm doing is some lettuce, and these, as you can see, DT Browns, they're free seed and they're crisp mint. Now when I first read that, I'm thinking, a lettuce that tastes of mint, that's interesting. But me being me, I put 2 and 2 together and made 17. I think that was and really what it means is that they are a nice green minty colour, because it says here, it says large productive heads of mint green leaves. Bit of a clue there, really, isn't there? So we're going to give them a go in this other tray and try them. I have got other, let's just see, I don't really need to go mad with these, although I've got several packets of these free seed, but we'll give these a go. We'll see how they go. I think the reason the seeds that failed last time were Winter Density and Arctic King, and I think maybe it was wrong time of year with doing them, but they weren't fresh seed, as I've mentioned, so therein lies its own tale. I'll say no more. Now before I do anything else with these, I'm going to just pat them down to make sure all the seed is in contact with the compost, and then we'll cover with a bit of vermiculite. Give the onions about 1/4 of an inch covering. The lettuce maybe not quite so much. And these again, both of these will go under the grow lights. We'll see how the lettuce go on, because I've not grown this variety before. Although it says they're a heirloom variety, so I don't know how long they've been going for, and give them a watering, very gentle to start with, so we don't blow the vermiculite into next week. Right, and then give them a good watering. As I say, I honestly don't know why the onions did what they did, but it's a mystery. But it's how can I put it? It's intriguing as well. You know, or at least that's what I think. You know, call me stupid, but it's quite intriguing as to why such things happen. Be nice to know why, but I'll probably never know that. There we go. Not going to go too mad with those. So that's some more onion, some red spark, and some lettuce, crisp mint. So we'll see how they go now. Right, so the Elsa Craig. Let's take the original label out of there for now, and it'll give me a chance to have a look to see what sort of a root structure we've got on these. They're going to be fiddly, of course. Well, I don't think that's too bad. That's got quite a nice bit of root in there. So I'm going to try and split these up. As you can appreciate, I don't want to, as I've said about not boring you, put a bit extra compost in, and we'll go to, they're all quite uniform size actually, these, so that's quite good. I'm really pleased with how these have come on. I've got to be honest, they've done really well. I'll just do one more, and then right, that's it. So I'll get on now, pot the rest of these on, and I'll bring you back when we're all finished, all done, all dusted. Well, there we have 3 trays of Ailsa Craig, 72 in all, and there is easily as many again left over, so I may, bit of belt and braces, we don't know, you know how these things go, I may put some of these not in another one of these trays, but in maybe a 6-inch seed tray, and just space maybe a dozen out to put in there. I will get and do the same now, but I'm not going to bother filming and showing you, because when you've seen these, my other onions are going to look no different. But I will get and now do the Mammoth Improved, the Red Mammoth Improved, the Kelsey, and then I've also got me Zabroon shallots to do. So the Zabroon will probably go into one of these, and what I'm going to do with the Mammoth, I'm going to do 1 tray of these with the Mammoth Improved, 1 tray with the Mammoth Red, and then I think I'll do 2 trays of the Kelsey, put them sort of, I've got all these, and then they'll all go back in the house. Some will go under the grow lights because I've now taken the leeks out from there. I've got some peppers to pot on as well. It's all go at the moment, I must admit. There's plenty to do, let's put it that way. Right, I says I'd bring you back when I'm all done. Well, here we are all done. Shallots, I think it's a total of about 81 shallots, 186 onions, then there's 4 peppers up the end there, 2 more in there. The giant onions are those at the back there. There's 10 there that are coming along really nicely, very pleased with them. Then I've got calabrese and cauliflower in there, and then you saw me sowing the red spark and the lettuce. Well, that's those 2 trays there, and the red spark is going to stay on that capillary matting. Let me just move that off there, I'll try and show you if I can. That's the capillary matting that I was talking about, and as you can see there with the water tank, that's obviously keeps feeding the capillary matting. These are going to stay on there, the red spark, until they start to come through. Once they start to come through, I'm going to move them, and I'm going to probably do like I've just done there, just place them like that, and we'll see then how they go on, because I'm convinced that what had happened with those last lot is they dampened off, but still we'll see. But there you have it, that's all my onions, shallots, peppers and other stuff all sorted and ready. Well, as you can see, this is the veg truck out on the decking in the back garden. This last year was full of strawberries, and as the runners started to appear, I put them into pots, and these are some of them. The decision was then made to clear this of the strawberries, and I'm going to use it for some lettuce and maybe some spring onions and so on. Something that's, rather than having to go around the allotment to get things, something that is on the doorstep, literally. At the time of me clearing it, I decided to have a go at sowing some carrots. I did carrots, early Nantis, and you see there the date 15th of the 11th 21. Now I don't really know why I decided to do it, but I thought, well, I'll just put some in and we'll see what happens. And I'll take you off the tripod and I'll show you what's going on. Well, as I said, I made a sowing, and okay, it's not sparkling, there's not a mass of them, but I'd honestly given up and thought there's nothing going to come of these. But as you can see, it's a little bit patchy, but there's some carrots starting to come up. Really, totally 100% unexpected germination. I was really surprised. I've been coming in and out, obviously walking past this with going down to the greenhouse, but yeah, totally unexpected germination, but very welcome. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. Everything I can see where I am now, because I'm in the spare room, everything's all laid out, the onions, shallots. I've got some more potting on to do. It just seems to be never ending at the moment. It's very easy as well for all these videos to just sort of merge into one, because I put a video up, you know, oh, I'm sowing these seeds, I'm potting these on, I put that up, and then the next one is, oh, I'm sowing these seeds, I'm potting that on, and so on. And it a bit of a vicious circle, for want of a better way of putting it. I know it's not, but it's, you know. So because as I'm saying that now, my next video is going to be some potting on, as I've just mentioned, with cauliflower and the Ironman Calabrese, and I've got some more seed sowing to do, so there'll be some of that in there, plus we'll try and mix it up with some other things as well. So once again, thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. Please like, comment and subscribe, especially if you're new. If you've suddenly stumbled across my my channel, please subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated to keep you informed of everything every time I put a new video up. So as I say, be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.